So in today's video, we're going to be breaking down exactly how you can start selling products on Shopify in 2024. I'm going to be breaking down the different fulfillment processes you can take, how to find winning products, how to actually market these products, and essentially how to just start getting some sales immediately. So with all of that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it. Hey guys, my name is Dontez Akram. I have been in the e-commerce space for close to 6 years now. So tons of different products and scaled multiple brands like my do-rag brand, Snag-a-Rag, where we sold bonnets and do-rags. I started off with drop shipping, ring lights, skincare products, even jewelry. And then we went on to scale a clothing brand called One Love Clothing, which is what most people know me as now. And now we help tons of other people start scaling products as well. Now, in this video, I fully want to give you guys a transparent video on how you guys can get into this space, how you can get these products up and running, how to get started with Shopify, and why you should be using Shopify. Now, in order for us to start this off the right way, we first have to explain what Shopify is. Now, Shopify is an e-commerce platform that gives you, the new business owner, new entrepreneur, or the person who wants to sell products online, all of the tools, resources, and everything you could pretty much need as a new business owner. Now, the really cool thing about Shopify is over the years, it's grown to be one of the best platforms out there when it comes to starting a new online business. Now, the reason it's worked its way up to be one of the best platforms to start your e-commerce business on is how user-friendly it is, the cost efficiency, and just how quickly you can really get started selling things online. So with all of that being said, let's check out some pricing really quick so you guys can get an idea of how much it costs to be on Shopify. So if we jump into my computer right here, you guys will be able to see that there's multiple different plans when you head over to the Shopify website. Now, for most of you guys, you're going to be a beginner, so you definitely want to start off with the basic plan. Now, this video isn't sponsored by Shopify. However, if you do want to extend your actual plan, down below in the description, if you guys use my link, there is a 3-day free trial link. And then after that, you can pay $1 for 30 days of Shopify and all of the services that they offer. So that way you can at least get in the space and kind of see if this is something for you. Now let's jump back into the computer. So as you guys can see, there's different things that vary when it comes to the different plans that they have available. However, for most of you guys, stick with the basic. The only time you want to start boosting up your packages with Shopify is when you start getting more advanced and you start getting more sales. Now, with all of that being said, now that we've explained how much it costs to be on Shopify, let's talk about what e-commerce is and some of the best ways for you to get into this space successfully. Now, one of the most known ways out there to get into the e-commerce space is by drop shipping. Now, if you don't know what dropshipping is, it's basically the process where you don't have to touch any inventory and your supplier does pretty much all of the work outside of selling, marketing, and running ads. Now, let me give you guys an example. Let's say you wanted to sell some headphones, right? And you found this supplier on AliExpress, which is one of the most known platforms, but I'll give you guys a couple other softwares that you guys can use as well. But like I said, let's say you use AliExpress to find some headphones that are $4 or $5, for example, right? So you're buying these headphones now for $5. But the cool thing is that you don't have to buy a whole bunch of these headphones and then ship them out yourself. Now, when you buy these headphones for $5, you're also going to have to pay for shipping. Now, when you're drop shipping, one of the biggest issues for a lot of customers and a lot of new drop shippers is the shipping times. Now, there's a bunch of different solutions out there, so don't worry, I'll give those to you guys later in this video. But nonetheless, you get to get these products to your customers within usually 10 to 21 days. Now, the really cool thing is that, again, you don't have to touch any of this inventory. The supplier is going to ship it to the customer for you. So now that you know that this product sells for $5, you can build an entire Shopify store, import all of the information around this product so you can start selling it, and then adding your own branding colors and branded information, reviews, and things like that. Anything that'll help the product sell. Now you can mark that product up to maybe $20 and start marketing it to other people who will actually like this product. So now you can sell the headphones for $20, you bought them for $5, and you get to keep the middle, which is $15 in profit. Now, obviously, there's going to be other fees in there, but this is just an example so you guys kind of understand. I also have an illustration up above as well in this video so that you guys can actually watch and see how the process works. So now that you guys understand how dropshipping works, let me explain to you guys the pre-made model, which a lot of my students take. And I don't prefer one over the other. It really just comes down to what you want to do. But I like to give people multiple options so you can choose which one is best for you. So let's say you're starting off a hoodie or clothing brand. If you wanted to start in this space, a lot of people like to actually hold the inventory because you can get things to customers a lot quicker. So if you buy this inventory from a manufacturer, you can store them in your house and then you can ship them directly to your customers after you're done marketing and advertising. Now, the one big thing with this is that you will have to have a little bit of money to buy the samples, and on top of that, buy the actual inventory, and then you will need some space to actually store that inventory. However, a lot of people found that you can store it in your house in a garage, inside of another room, or if you have another closet or something like that, put it in there. It doesn't really matter. No one's going to actually see it unless you're documenting the process, which is something that we do recommend. So now that you get the gist of what those two different fulfillment processes look like, I want you guys to just understand that e-commerce is just the process of selling things online. Doesn't matter what type of product you're selling, even though we will tell you guys how to find some good products to sell. It's just important for you guys to understand this concept. And the next decision you're going to have to make is if you're going to drop ship or if you're going to go the pre-made inventory route. Now, a couple things is that there's tons of pros and cons to both. Like, one of the pros for drop shipping is that you don't have to touch any inventory. However, it does take around 2 weeks for that customer to get their products if the supplier is not in the US. As opposed to pre-made, where you get the actual inventory, you get to ship it out to customers, and they can get it in a decent time frame, but you do need a little bit more money. So those are just a couple of the pros and cons. So feel free to watch more of this video so you guys can actually see which one you should choose. Now, next is actually walking you guys through the process and showing you guys exactly what the inside of Shopify looks like and how user-friendly it really is. So as you guys can see, this is the inside of one of our Shopify accounts, and just look how simple it is for you guys to get started. They give you a full setup guide, so if you don't really know what you're doing when you first log in, you can feel free to watch one of my videos where I walk you guys through how to build your own Shopify store in less than 25 minutes. But let's just say you wanted to look through things and you want to use their guide, you can feel free to use that as well. So one of the big reasons a lot of people really love Shopify is how user-friendly it is. All of your orders, your product inventory information, and even if you guys look as far as the customer information, analytics, and finances are all in the same place, which is one of the big reasons I started using Shopify around 6 years ago. Now, one of the big things that you guys are going to have to learn how to do is build your Shopify store. Now, one thing I do want to recommend to you guys is if you don't want to take the time out, even though it is a little tedious for you guys to build a website, I have a huge solution for you guys. So down below in the description, if you want to buy a pre-built Shopify store, the majority of the work has already been done for you. You just really got to copy and paste your products, your business information, and your actual address in there so you can start selling immediately. Then that's something that you guys can check out down below for only $20 during this video. Now let's jump back into the video. So as you guys can see, you can pretty much come in here and look at all of the orders that you'll have to fulfill for the products that you're selling all in one place. Now it shows you how many total orders you have, how many ordered items have come in over time, how many returns you have, so on and so forth. Now on top of this, you can also easily upload all of your products inside of here. As you guys can see, with this being a test store, you can easily upload products into here and start selling immediately and keep track of all of your inventory and exactly what sales channels they're on. Like if you wanted to sell on Instagram or you wanted to sell on TikTok, so on and so forth, you can have all of these different places all on here. All right. Now, another thing is your customer information. You can hold on to all of that. We do have a couple customers that went through as tests, so we won't use this store, for example, but you even have your analytics as well. So whenever you're selling products online, you guys can actually track all of the inventory throughout the entire time frame of you having the store. Now, one of the key things that you're going to have to learn how to do, like we said, is building that Shopify store. Doesn't take that much time, but again, if you want a pre-built store, you can check it out down below. We have a bunch of different stores in here right now, but pretty much you can choose whatever you want to do as far as starting that process and getting things sold. All right. Now, with all of that being said, let's talk a little bit about how you should know what types of products to sell and what products you should be looking out for. So the first thing you want to know is, are you going to go the drop shipping route where you're going to find multiple different products that solve problems that are already trending and are already selling very well and sell those products? Or do you want to make a real brand out of the gate, like something in a clothing space, or if you already sell hair and you really want to brand it and make it more you? You really got to choose which route works best for you. Either one works. I know people have made tons of money doing both. So you really just got to choose from here, and that shouldn't take you too much time. So when it comes to drop shipping, let's say you want to start that process and you really don't know where to start. Now, the first thing you got to understand is how to find winning products. So there's a bunch of different ways to go about this. And over the last couple years, there's been tons that people have talked about. So just for the sake of this video, I'll explain to you guys the one that has worked for a lot of other people, and then some of the ones that have worked for me personally. So if we jump into my computer, if you head over to TikTok and you type in TikTok made me buy it, it's tons of different people who are buying products on TikTok that have seen things like these products and have wanted them. Now, a couple of the things that I will recommend when you're trying to find a product to sell is, number one, make sure it solves an actual problem. Selling cool things or entertaining things or things that people just look at and say, oh, that's really cool, is pretty cool, right? Even though I said cool like 5 times, but you get the gist. The real thing you want to focus on is solving actual products. What can help somebody with their dog issues? What can help someone with their kid not being able to sleep? What can help someone when their skin is breaking out? What can help someone if their hair doesn't look the way they want it to look? These are all things that actually solve problems. Now, one of the ways that I was most successful in starting an e-commerce brand was by finding products that are reusable or have wear and tear. Now, when I say reusable, it's basically a product that can either break over time or have wear and tear over time, like bonnets, do-rags, brushes, and things like that, where people at some point in time are going to have to buy more because they get dirty, they may lose it, or overall they might rip, or their dog might take it and rip it up or something like that, right? Now, these are some of the types of products that I have learned that work very well because it brings customers back to buying from you again. And if you guys know one thing, now if you guys don't know this, it's 10 times easier to get somebody to buy something again as opposed to getting a brand new person to shop with you, because there's a lot of different things you got to get over, like their trust factor and if they actually need this product or not. If they've already bought from you before, they've already had the experience and more than likely liked it if they're buying again. Now, as you guys can see, now that we're back in my computer, there's tons of different products that you guys can choose from. And the real key thing you want to look at is what's a product that, again, solves a problem for a wide variety of people in a specific niche. Now, there's tons of different products and different stores out there that sell car products and things like that. I personally just haven't seen a crazy amount of success with that. When I solve particular problems for people with families or people who have skincare issues or people who are having problems losing weight or are in pain, these are just a couple examples. Those have been some of the products that I've tested and found a lot of success with. So pretty much if you wanted to take around an hour or 2 hours every weekend, you can easily find tons of different products to start selling. Now, the one thing you really want to keep in mind is, does it actually solve a problem and who does it actually solve the problem for? The key thing when you're selling products online is knowing exactly who you're trying to sell the product to, right? Now, again, there's tons of different products out here, but for example, let's say we wanted to sell this anti-gravity humidifier. I've seen this for a couple years now, and I know that it did very well about a year ago. Now, one thing you do want to understand about dropshipping is that some products may die off over time, which is why it's important to constantly test new products. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and click on one of these product videos and see exactly why it's so interesting and why people like it. So this is the video right here. As you guys can see, it's a anti-gravity humidifier, and there's tons of different comments of people who actually like this product and are confused around it, but are interested nonetheless. So now that we know exactly what product it is that we think we might want to sell, we're going to head over to this TikTok page and see the types of content that they've been posting. And the reason this is important is because you want to choose products that is going to be easy for you to market and create content around every day. Since this process, when you're starting out without running any ads or anything, you will have to make a ton of content. So the cool thing is you can use this page, all the content and hooks that they've used before, and try it out for yourself. Now, as you guys can see, this person who was posting this product got 16 million plays here, 15 million, 14 million. But one thing that I like to look at is the amount of content that they're posting. The reason I like to look at this is because if they're posting a ton of different content, that means that this product is still selling. And also on top of that, it's easy to make content around it, and it's easy for me to get ideas from the content that they're posting. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and click the link in their bio because this is someone who is drop shipping this product. So let's take a look at what their website looks like. So their website is called HumiDrop. And as soon as we come here, the website doesn't look all that great. You can tell that it's on Shopify. And to be completely honest with you guys, it's very generic with the, the banners that they have at the top. And also on top of that, if you just look at the overall website, it's clean, but it just doesn't have as much going on that will brand this product specifically. So let's go ahead and click at the product page, which is where now let's go ahead and click on the product page because this is where all of the traffic will end up going anyways. And as you guys can see, it's very generic. They just have the product. They have a quick description where it has the key features and things like that. Nothing much to it. And one big thing that they're missing is reviews. So if you guys want to use reviews for your store, you can take a look at Looks Reviews, which is a Shopify app. I'll have like a video or pop up, come on this video so you guys can understand, where to go to get that. All right. Now, as you guys can see, this is the anti-gravity humidifier and they're selling it for $50. Now, one thing that I want to do is I want to head over to AliExpress. And again, this video isn't sponsored by AliExpress or Shopify or any of these platforms. These are just things that I've used over the years that have worked pretty well for me. Now, once you come into AliExpress, this is a place where you can find suppliers to drop ship these products. You want to go ahead and go to the search bar and type in anti-gravity humidifier. Now, once you're done doing that, you want to sort it by the manufacturers by orders. Now, the reason this is important is because we want to work with the manufacturers and the suppliers who have shipped out the most orders. Now, obviously, there's different pricing in here and you can negotiate these pricings as well. But for this video example, I'm going to actually click on this one because they have 700 items sold, close to 5 stars, and it's selling for $14.50. Now, as you guys seen previously on their website, the actual person is marketing and selling this product for $50, which is the same thing that we can sell it for, or even $49.99, or even $45, $39, however much you want to sell it for. Now, one key thing you want to look at when you're coming in here and you're trying to find a supplier is the shipping time frame. So they have free shipping, and usually delivery for customers is going to take anywhere from a week to 2 weeks, because today is the 9th. So I'd say anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks, which is still pretty long. But again, you just want to kind of keep that stuff in mind. Now, as you guys can see, the funny thing is all of these products images that you guys can see on AliExpress are the same exact ones that this person is using on their Shopify store. So the one thing that you guys got to take a note of is that inside of AliExpress, they give you all the information to sell this product. So just keep that in mind, and that you can use this information, but you still want to make sure that it stands out and it's not the same exact images that you guys see here. Now, once you end up finding a product that you want to sell, you can use platforms like AutoDS and finding manufacturers that can fulfill these orders in a timely manner. Now, again, this video isn't sponsored by either one of these, but I know a ton of my dropshipping friends and even myself have used AutoDS and ZenDrop as well. It's really up to you on which one you want to use, but you want to go ahead and create an account. And once you create an account, you can import all of the products into that actual Shopify store and all of the information that comes with it. And then from there, you just got to brand your website. Now, after this, the next thing you're probably thinking is, how do I start getting sales? So the first thing that you want to start doing is, again, going through all of the TikTok pages that are selling this particular product and starting to take some of the hooks that they're using, some of the sounds that they're using, some of the captions that they're using, and starting to combine them and test them for yourself. Now, I don't really recommend testing with ads right out of the gate, just because if you don't have a lot of funds, then you can burn through some money. However, if you do have an ad budget or a budget that you can test per product of around $150 to $300 to test on ads, that would be the perfect thing to do when you're doing the dropshipping method. Now, one of the platforms that are most used for dropshipping products is TikTok ads and Facebook ads. So you can either choose one of those products, but most commonly you're going to be using the TikTok ads platform for the time being until TikTok is banned, if it ever does get banned. Now, the reason I suggest that you guys start with organic content is because if you can find something that works very well organic, you can take that same formula, make an ad out of it, and then run that content again. Now, usually running the organic content, maybe posting around 20 to 30 pieces of content within that first week, will show you if you can get some sales, show you if you can get some visitors to that website on a brand new TikTok account. Now, alternatively, if you don't want to go the dropshipping route, how do you know what to sell if you're already in a specific niche? So again, if you're a barber, then sell barber items. If you do hair, then you should probably sell brushes that help with hair, hair products, or even hair itself. These are all types of different products that you can find and start selling. And if you want to buy this inventory in bulk, then you want to head over to Alibaba.com. Now, Alibaba.com is the perfect place if you want to buy a whole bunch of inventory up front for a very low price, which is called wholesale, and then selling it for a higher price and holding that inventory yourself. So it doesn't matter what type of niche that you're in. You can do this with running shoes, you can do this with hair, you can do this with bicycles. It doesn't matter what niche and industry you're in. You really just want to focus on selling a product that is either in your niche, solves a problem, is already trending, or it's something that you can easily market and solve a mass problem for, all right? Now, in Alibaba.com, the key thing here is that you will have to talk to these manufacturers directly. So one thing that you guys want to keep a note of is how to talk to these manufacturers. But to make it easy and short and quick for you guys, just use verified suppliers. So let's say we want to sell running shoes. We're going to type in running shoes here in Alibaba, and then it's going to bring up a bunch of different manufacturers. And over here on the left side, once this is done loading, now over here on the left side, you guys can see that it says verified supplier. We want to go ahead and check that off because it's basically where Alibaba has already checked all of the manufacturers for you. They check the years. So this verified supplier check is basically where Alibaba does a lot of research on the manufacturer for you. And then they basically give them a blue verification badge. Same thing as if you were on social media, to represent that this person is a trustworthy figure in the economy, to represent that this is a trust figure manufacturer or trustworthy person that you can use. So let's say we wanted to start with some running shoes. Now, one thing you do want to take note of when you're dealing with wholesale is that you will have to meet the minimum order quantity, which is basically you have to buy this amount of products in order to work with this manufacturer. So for this one specifically, if you're going to buy this specific shoe, you're going to have to buy at least 2 pairs in order to work with them at this particular price range. Now, the prices do vary, obviously, so keep that in mind as well. But some of the key things that you want to think about is how much you're going to have to buy and spend, and where you're going to place this inventory. So now that you guys kind of have an idea of how Shopify works, how you guys can start importing products and even finding products, or even how you can brand your own product and start building a real brand around that. One key thing I want you guys to understand about getting more sales is making sure that your website is very trustworthy, it's mobile friendly, and you do a lot of due diligence on what a good website looks like. But more importantly, you want to market like crazy. You want to test tons of different content, and if you have the ad budget, you want to spend at least $200 to $400 on ads to see if that particular product that you're selling is going to work. Now, you can do the same thing when you're holding your inventory and you have your actual brand. You can run ads to it, but if you already have a personal page and it's more related to the niche and industry that you already have your service in, then you can pretty much sell that same thing to your audience that already follows you, or you can create another business page on a different social media platform and send your traffic there. So if you have a personal Instagram page, then you can send all of your audience over to the business page where they can buy your products from there, and you can grow that page by posting tons of content. Now, another way that you guys are going to see a lot more sales coming in is by having other influencers or other people make the content for you, which is called user-generated content. Now, this is very key because not only does it allow you guys to get tons more content, but if you have other people who are popular figures or in that specific industry that you're selling that product in, then it's going to be a lot easier for you guys to accommodate to the customers and find that specific audience that needs this product. It's all about finding the audience who needs this problem solved, showing them the content that actually resonates with them and will convince them to buy it, and then selling it to them and making sure that you can get it to them in a timely manner so they can come back, shop again, refer other people, and things like that. Now, if you guys like this video, this was a pretty brief breakdown of how e-commerce works and how you guys can get started selling products on Shopify. There's tons of other things that you guys may need to know, so if you do have questions, drop them down below in the comment section. I'd love to help out where I can. Now, if you don't know, I actually own an e-commerce Discord channel where we help other people just like yourself who are new or trying to scale and see results inside of our Discord community, where we have 3 classes weekly, and on top of that, tons of resources and tools that you can start, and it's called Limitless Investments. You can click the link down below and try the 7-day trial where we teach all of these things. You get access to all the courses as well. So just check it out. If you guys want more help and you need more help directly from me, that's the best place to find me and even communicate with me directly. However, this is pretty much it for this video. If there's anything you guys could need, go ahead and let me know down below. Make sure you guys leave a subscribe, leave a like, and if there's anything that I missed, definitely let me know down below in the comment section. But I'd love to see you guys get into the e-commerce space. There's no better time than right now to start. And if you need a pre-built store because you don't want to take maybe 5-10 hours to build your Shopify store because you don't know what you're doing, then make sure you guys click the link down below. It's only 20 bucks and it gets delivered to your email within 24 hours. It's your boy Tez, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next YouTube video. Peace.